My hair. I'm just getting out the shower. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm just give me time. I'm home, so I am not dressing up. To get I'm telling y'all right now, y'all get what y'all get over here. Girl be on her reel. I can't do all that dressing up. I'm computer cute. Cause down below is pajamas. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I'm sorry. I am not. I can't be that one that be fronting. I can't front. I know they say be cute. I be cute all day long. And tonight, when I get home, I am not as cute as y'all want it to be, but I'm gonna be me. I'm sorry. I'm at the house. And I got no other choice. But hey, I'm home. I ain't doing all that cute stuff. I'm sorry. Hey, this is me. But I'm trying to put on some music. Get the vibe going. I can't put on too much of a loud music because it the frequencies are so close together. I guess it crashes with each other. You already know I gotta check my own stuff. Every day I look back and nothing is for you. No doubt you never is. No doubt you never my own stuff. This thing is really doing a number. I'll put that over there. Sorry, y'all. I'm just prepping because I just got home. I just got out the shower. So this is what I do. I take care of my skin to the best of my knowledge. I try. I use everything. If you got for females, if you got black marks, if you got dry skin, this right here, there's some good stuff. I use it. Target got it for $9, but them grocery stores, I'm clumsy too, y'all. Them grocery stores, they be having them for $18, 18.99, whatever, whatever. But you gotta take care of your skin. I always did. I had to learn along the process of, when you're going through when you're coming out of narc abuse, not just narcs itself. A narc is a narc. A narc is a toxic person, as y'all call it. We all been narcissistic. We all had some. We got all of us got narc traits. Rather, if you're cheating or you gossiping or you're lying or you're manipulating, all that stuff ties in together with darkness. We all know that. And we all have to heal. And the biggest thing that I talk about a lot is dysfunctional families. I'm real big on dysfunctional families because that is the beginning and the start. That's the root of why you get into toxic relationships. Why you why whenever a narc come into your world, sorry y'all, I'm sorry to do all this on live, but I got to do it as I go. Um, when narcs come into your life, as they call it, I don't ever speak on my past life only to give y'all. It's only for experience purposes. Period. It's not about I'm feeling bad or it hurts me to talk about it. That's not what it's about. I only do it for to educate people and to let them know, what to expect out of darkness, and what to expect out of your darkness, because we all had darkness. We all have to clear it up because of dysfunctional families. And they just is they move just like the man you laid with or the woman you laid with. Actually, the enemy was in your home and instilled and programmed you to think, because if you actually all really look at it, manipulation comes through everything. Manipulation is just like, you know, sorry y'all, I got on pink and brown and blue and everything because I'm home. But we get manipulated in the families. We get ghosted in our families. We get the silent treatment in our families. We get lies in our families. Even when you're a child, you have to keep secrets because the family don't want you to expose what's going on in the family. So what stays in the house, in the family house, remains in the family house. They're actually teaching you how to keep secrets. They're actually teaching you how to lie. And when you start lying, then guess what? It become part of you. So if somebody asks you a question and you feel like it's going to either make you lose or it's instilled in you to lie or to keep a secret. A lot of people are programmed to do this. That's why I say you got to go from house your root first. And the root is how you were raised, how they teach you to do whatever you do, even though some families do teach their children the truthful way. And when your children get on the outside of the box, guess what? They're gonna pick up things too. You get what I'm saying? It ain't always coming from the home because everything don't come out the home. The kids can get around peers. And believe me, when I tell you this, peers or people that's on the outside, they can pick up on how you've been raised and how you were taught. Because this baby cakes here, y'all know who I'm going to show y'all my baby. We had a real moment yesterday, me and her did. We had a real true moment. I love her still to pieces. You get what I'm saying? But when she got out there in the world, my baby, before she passed away, when she got out there in the world, when I would hear people come back to me and say, she's different. She's not like every other female. It's something special about her. But guess what? They knew it. So they kept feeding her because darkness knew it was something special about her. So darkness corrupt her soul. So she followed what darkness actually, offered her. And she thought maybe this is fun. But after a while, it becomes an addiction. And then the fun turns into pain. Then pain turns into either death or the jail or prison. Or you out in the streets on drugs, or you out there not caring. Prostitution, gossiping, hatefulness, bitterness. You know what I'm saying? Blaming. This is all the things that comes out of dysfunctional families and dysfunctional poisonous bloodlines because this stuff get passed down from generations to generations to generations to generations. It's not just going to stop at one generation. Now it stopped at this generation. It ain't going to touch the other generation. Yes, evil is going to go through all generations. And evil have a pattern. It uses titles. It uses mothers, fathers, sister, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunt, grumpy grandparents. Now I don't know because I don't have no grandparents. I only got one grandparent living. That's my grandfather, and he's 90 some years old. He's in the rest home. I only got one grandparent, and that's the only grandparent I ever knew was him. My mother died when I was 4 or 5 years old. My father's mother, I met her 2 or 3 times, but I didn't know my father's grandfather. I mean, I didn't know my father's father. I never met him. So I'm right now, I don't have no grandparents. I'm out of grandparents. I never really knew my father. I knew of my father. I knew him, my birth certificate, but knowing him, I didn't know him. So I had to dig up a lot of that history. It wasn't good history, but it had to be dug up because I want to know what is poisonous to the bloodline. This is what the mission that I was on. So after I did all that and more stuff, when you're a generational curse breaker, the heat can get hot because the family don't want to be exposed. They're just like any other toxic, unhealed, disciplined person. People that's unhealed, people that's undisciplined, they don't want to be exposed. They want to keep going because see, darkness have a pattern. People that been out here tormenting people for years never took no accountability, never sat back and just to say, I'm sorry, I hurt so many women, or I hurt so many men, or I hurt so many children, because a lot of men and women that is pedophiles or, out here, I don't care if they judges, police officers, engineers, lawyers, doctors. I don't care. These are just titles that a lot of people is worshiping. For what reason? I have no clue. I don't worship no title. If you do not have that effort, that consistency, and all the things that come with your title, you don't get you. I can't look at you as that person as that title go as like I'm a mother. If I was a bad deadbeat mother, I wouldn't want my kids to look at me like, oh my goodness, my mom's so cool, my mom's so great. But in back of their minds, mom was a mean little mother. She left us for dead. She wasn't ever in our life. She was. I can't look at my kids to give me a title that I did not uphold, if y'all get what I'm saying. Just like children have a title that they're supposed to uphold, but parents supposed to be that mentor for their kids. But a lot of parents was not. Like a lot of people say, oh, your mom and your daddy must raise you well. You're so sweet, you're so kind, you're so empathetic, you're so caring, you're so understanding. Mm-mm. I tell, and I don't be mean to be smart. I'm not smart about it, but I just be like, mm-mm, mm-mm. I got all this from God. I got the mind of Christ. They showed me how to be a virtuous woman. Not no woman on earth showed me how to be virtuous. I had to fight many storms. That's why I say I don't mind getting up here telling y'all about anything. I had to go through it all. I had to go through some hard warfare. Now, last night I took a day off. I had to do a Sabbath fast. And if y'all know about Sabbath, y'all already know what I mean. I had a big old meltdown yesterday. A big old meltdown. It felt so good. I'm not gonna cap. I enjoyed my meltdown yesterday. I really did. And a lot came to my spirit. And I had to go in. I did a lot of writing yesterday, and I want to talk about some things before I get off this live. What I got? Okay, I'm 15 almost in. I only do an hour. I try not to go over an hour. If I can't get it all out in an hour, then it's over. You feel me? But I wrote some stuff down about a narc. Y'all call them narcs, but that's all y'all used to call them. I say a scorned kid. Because they were broken from childhood. So I wrote some notes. So I'm talking about when the scorned kid is still scorned as an adult and the things that they do. I haven't heard nobody talk about it yet, but it came to me yesterday in my meltdown. I was melted down. You heard me? I was hurting so bad because I felt so alone. I felt like, the people that was in my life, they wasn't in my life to be in my life genuine. They were in my life to either pretend that they care, but they were all overall nosy, or they were in my life trying to get me to do things for them, or I do something for them, they do something for me. So yesterday I did a whole evaluation on myself. Yesterday I did. I was like, this person don't belong in your life. That person don't, because I'm a loner anyway. So I don't like a lot of people in my life. Like, if you love me, you can love me. Love got actions. Love is not a bunch of talk. I'm talking on here. It took me 5 years to get up here and start talking. It took me 4 and 5 years to do on Facebook, but I was so used to Facebook because I had Facebook pages when, with my kids, when they start going crazy in the streets and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. They did that, man. Them kids put me through something, but I love them because I brought them here. They were given to me, so I would make that sacrifice to run crazy about them. But I had to let a lot of stuff go. My daughter, she just let us all go. But I'm good now. And yesterday, you would have said, daughter, I probably would have been 10 tubs of tears because I cried all yesterday. It felt so good, y'all. It was such a relief. And I woke up this morning and I said, I'm over it. I got to restart over. So I restarted my life, my communication over again. I got a new number, new phone, whatever. I still got my business number, but my personal number, I got a whole new phone, whole new everything. I said, now anybody come through my phone this time, it got to be positive energy. It got to be the same energy that I reciprocate to other people. And a lot came at me for this past Friday to now. You know, my daughter, I grieves here and there, it's bits and pieces. I think that's gonna always be a lifetime. When I see her face, pow, some days I'm good with it, then some days I just have to kick in reality because it's been from December to now. And now it's starting to kick in because now I can't get those phone calls anymore. Now I can't get those text messages no more. Now I can't get mommy, I love you. She always say queen, and I'll call her my little princess. We just kept that bond because she was a female, even though she was tough and rough in the streets, but she still had a sensitive side. And that's what I want to talk about when y'all say that narcs, as y'all call them, narcs, broken, wounded children, that their spirit is wounded, but their flesh got to keep going with time. We can't stop our flesh from growing. I don't care if you trying to, like me, I hide my gray hairs because I got a gray streak right here. Then I got some gray, you probably can't see it in here. Then I got some gray streaks in here. So I try to hide, you might can see that gray streak right there. But I try to hide it because I'm still trying to be youthy, but I'm not youthy no more because my youth got taken away from me. So now that I'm grown, I still got my inner child. My inner child sometimes just want to be a kid. And I dress sometimes, I love my headbands. I'm a child at play sometimes, but then I can switch my child and say, look, it's time to sit down, Siobhan. It's time for Aqua to come up, and which Aqua is the spiritual person. So I still be a kid at play. I don't mind smiling, I don't mind laughing, I don't mind joking. And I just heard it's a guy that I follow named Jerry Wise, and he talks about a lot of dysfunctional people. Peace and blessings, sweetheart. Peace and blessings. I don't want to say your name. Vernon? Did I say that right? Vernon? Vernon? I hate saying names, y'all, because I am not good with them. But I'm gonna say VP. I'm gonna do y'all like that. VP. Peace and blessings. But yes, I'm a child at play, and when I joke, and I said it right. Yeah, give me five. Give me five. If you got the pink hearts, give me that right there. Yeah. Thank you. I get excited when I do something right like that. Small things like that excites me. But and I heard the guy Jerry Wise, he talked about a lot of dysfunctional abuse. He said he'd been in that field for 45 years, and you best believe he do a good job at explaining it very well. I educate myself a lot on a lot of things because I want to go deep in things. I want to be knowledgeable about things. I don't want to, I don't just speak before I talk. I always make sure that I'm grounded in whatever I talk about. And like he said, when people joke, and when people passive aggressive, they joke, and like you say, if the joke's supposed to be for the both, we supposed to both be laughing. But when somebody a passive aggressive and send a sarcastic joke out there to you, you catch it. And if you ain't feeling good about it and you ain't laughing, that joke ain't for the both of us. That joke is on that person towards you. So you got to be very mindful who do a lot of joking. If you're a person that like joking and you're passive aggressive and you low key hating, that is not good to do. That is absolutely, you need to cut that off like zero and go heal. Go heal from your childhood, because a lot of people were scorned from kids. A lot of people have been touched from kids. A lot of people have been bullied from kids, from family members. A lot of people have been molested by family members. And they around here right today with their heads up high, and women don't even know about their history. And I love that with Jerry, Leon, Lee Hammond, I think. All the ones, what's his name? Bat Wolf, here, another one. I follow a lot of people because I want to see, is it all adding up, and they call themselves self-aware narcs. Get the top. If you healed and you healing others from your mistakes, you're not toxic anymore. You are self-aware narc, or they say I got PD. PD is a personality disorder. Man, I should have PD 1, PD 2, PD 3, PD 4. I should be psycho PDDDD. All the stuff that happened to me as a woman. And I be really on that, because when you heal, you ain't gonna have no mixed emotions. You ain't gonna be double-minded and unstable. You gonna be focused. Even though all the warfare came at me from October to now, I had to battle with it. I had to battle with it. It knocked me on my knees a little bit, but it didn't knock me down. You get what I'm saying? So you got to brush yourself off. So last night when I came to a conclusion, like, what am I holding myself back from? What am I not doing things for? Even though the tax was very heavy and very extreme, but it didn't break my smile. It ain't gonna take my joy. It ain't gonna have me sitting around just moping and being codependent on people. It ain't gonna do that. It's gonna get me, look, Father, you say you got me. You say you'll never forsake me. I'm leaving it in your hands. And that's what I do when I go up against people that's very toxic, because I came out of a extreme toxic family. We didn't know how to pray. Pray. You get cussed out in that house, you bring two hands together like this. What you got going on? Bip, bip, bip. And you better know how to fight back, because they'll try you. Family members will try you. They punch on your head, face. They do all kinds of stuff. But if you grew up in a family like that, you know what I mean. Always fighting, always fussing, always cussing. It's an ongoing chaos. And you never get no sleep and you can't get no rest. You go to school with burdens on you. You get what I'm saying? And people don't want to talk about it because they build this persona. They put on these masses, like, spiritual masses, like, I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm great. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But all in all, it's a whole lot of going with you. You can be like this. What can I use? Inside, I seen another preview. Inside, they be like, on the outside, I'm happy, I'm good, I'm great. Yeah, I'm great. But inside, in the dark, inside the home, it's a whole lot going on inside. It's a war. It's a war. Don't think that that toxic person is settled. Toxic people are not settled. That's why they jump from house to person to house. They're not in love with these people they jump with. They're not in love. But I want to run something down to y'all. And when you're healed, you know who to date and who not to date. I done had so many people come at me, and this one guy that approached me on Saturday, and he was like, "You gonna give me a chance? I always approach you, and you I said, listen, I don't mind dating nobody because I'm a single woman, and I am gonna start dating, but I just not gonna throw myself out there, because you got to discern who is what and who is who. And I listen for what people love, because the treasure of a person is in their heart. So if a person is about money, that's all they're gonna talk about. I'm gonna chase that bag, I'm gonna get that bag, I want to win this, I want to win that. They only thing on their mind is money. That's not all that the world is surrounded around is money. There's a loophole in your heart, or there's a hole in your heart where you didn't get much of nothing when you were a kid. So now that you're getting all this money, or you're chasing a bag and you only focus on the bag, what about the other focuses? What about your heart? What about that torn heart? No matter how much money you get, that money can go back down to zero. You can go from 100, sorry, you can go from 100 to a zero real quick, just as well as you can go from zero to 100, because your mind is not on the right things. It's nothing wrong with wanting money. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be, comfortable in life. But guess what? It's not about money. Money can't pay for your pain. I don't care how much money you got. It's not going to solve the pain that's within. Then you got people that love to just down other people. Their heart is looking down on other people. I hate that person. I don't care about that person. Look at that person. They too fat. Look at that person. They too skinny. Look at that person. They too black. They too pale. They too white. They got too many freckles. They got big lips. They got big teeth. You was in a household with picky people. That's why you're picky. You were in a household probably getting picked on, and you come out to the surface and you put on this mask and you start picking on people. See, everything that we do come from someone programmed that in us. Like, I was never stable. I was like, if I get into the fire, I jump out, I'm going homeless. I'll go homeless in a heartbeat. I'm not staying in nothing toxic. I didn't even stay in my own family toxicity. So I jumps the gun. I was a runaway girl. At 14, I ran away. They put me in the girls' home. She run away. Yep. And when I went in the girls' home, asked me who came saw me. Not one family member. They gave me a boy and girl mentor, a teacher that came and, mentor me. They put me in therapy. I was 14 years old. Nobody showed up. My grandfather only showed up because the probation officer came and got him and took him to Baltimore, where I was. I didn't get a letter. I didn't get no family members. Ain't nobody come see Siobhan. See that stuff last night, all of that stuff got into my soul. Like, man, I've been really abandoned as a woman. As a child, I was abandoned. I was stripped from everything possibly the earth can offer, the people in the earth can offer. And see, when you put out that and the family members done put on a show for somebody else being hypocrites, they don't want that to go down. They don't want the truth to be told, but the truth is told because they done told somebody that they trust. They done told somebody about their dysfunctional raising. You best believe, just like in my family, they war against each other on the daily, and they get right back in each other's face and smile like nothing never happened, like it didn't cut them or prick them to the heart. When you wound me, it hurts. And when my heart have to hurt, my spiritual heart have to hurt, you are carrying some negative energy, and your vibration is not welcome in my vibration. So last night I was like, you know what? My phone is over. The old phone is over. I'm going new. So I did. I started new. New number, new phone. I brought up my YouTube or whatever, try to get everything back on beat. iCloud different, everything is different. And I had to do that because I was giving out myself more than I was giving back. So I was like, all the people that was in my context, I'm not saying that all of them was bad, but they was not giving back the energy that I was giving out. So, I say I'm gonna start from square one. Now, if I date now, that person will get my phone number, but they won't get it unless I know we're together. This is what we're gonna do. We're not hiding. We're gonna be together. It ain't gonna be no loopholes in it. You got to be very careful. It's nothing wrong with dating because you date for data. You don't date to just drink and or eat or because I can buy my own food. I can make my own food at home. I can go to the restaurant by myself. I'm not coming to this restaurant because I want you to buy me a plate. I want some data. I want to know what we're doing. I want to know what we're talking about. I don't want to just vibe like, a lot of men approach me. Oh man, you're my rib and you're good. And I see you just by yourself. I see you don't hang around. It's hard to believe. Well, guess what? It's just hard to believe because a lot of people have not seen someone that can really hold their self together by their self, which I'm not by myself. I have a spiritual team, but they don't see it. They just see this woman, like everybody question, who is you? What, you don't want no man. It ain't that I don't want no man. I want the right man. And I'm not talking about right and perfect because nobody's perfect. We all imperfect. Period. We all got flaws. We all got something to work on. But anger should not be one you need to still be working on. Bitterness you still not should be working to work on. Hatefulness, all them deceit, backstabbing, pretending that you care, but you're actually low key nosy. Like all of that stuff is a bust. And as we being spiritual, we can see that. You can see that when people are authentic, even though they write you or text you, and I get all these texts, I love you and all this. Love is an action. Love is not something, even if you get on your rock bottom, if you love somebody, you're going to be right there with them on their rock bottom, caring for them, nurturing them back to good energy, nurturing them back to a positive mind, making them become stable, letting them know that I'm here to care for you as we love each other, as we love each other's soul. We're not here about, okay, here go a gift and I'm coming in with some manipulation. I'm just coming in to be low key nosy. I want to see how you strong you are. No, that's not what love do. Love is unbreakable. Love is when you cement it to whatever. As when you get married, what it said, death do us apart. Thick and thin, better or worse, sickness or health or something like health or health or sickness. Something, you know how I go. Basically, what it's saying is, I'm here. No matter what, if your husband loses his manhood, that don't mean leave your husband because he lost his manhood. Now you train yourself to go celibate. My husband can't, you know, rock the boat. Guess what? But I'm not gonna go out there and rock the boat with somebody else, because if I say I love my husband, I'm gonna go celibate, and me and my husband gonna ride this thing out. And my wife can't even do it no more. Your wife get in a wheelchair. You married her for better or worse, thick and thin. You don't leave her when the stuff get thick. Then I got to go. You in a wheelchair. I can't do this. Why did you marry her? You got to understand, when we marry each other. Now, when you unbelievers and you marry, you already know that's a whole lot of You know what I'm saying? I was an unbeliever before Christ made me a believer. But when I was an unbeliever, honey, you cheat on me, you done broke the whole marriage code. Bye. See you. I'm gonna act up and I ain't gonna be right ever since. So it's either detached or not detached. And we were taught to stay in toxic relationships because we were toxic from childhood. But I want to bring this up before I keep going, because I can. But listen, I wrote something down, and tell me if y'all remember this. If y'all been through this, just say if you got a family member that's trying to be nonchalant, superior, grandiose. He or she done got uncle, aunt, brother, sister. I don't care, male, female. I don't know what you call your family members, but you got them where they in the family uphold them to this standard, like they it, like they untouchable, like they got it going on, but they got a whole lot of demons down low. Cause them family know them mothers and them fathers and them brothers and sisters. Y'all know y'all brothers and sisters ain't right, but they ain't gonna tell it. You get what I'm saying? But when they think that they're grandiose, because you're feeding their ego, you're not. And the women got egos too. You're feeding their ego. That means you're feeding a delusion. So when they get around a family affair, if you got a family affair and they get married, just say that your uncle married a woman or your aunt married a man. Now, the family that made these people grandiose, superior. Why? I don't know. They're, I don't know what they put into their significant other ear, which they put a lot in their ear. You get around them, and you know, a lot of families don't want you to miss functions. If they have a party, they want everybody to come, they want everybody to show up. But if you don't show up, wait a minute, y'all, give me a minute. Sorry. My allergies acting up too. I got them real bad, but I got my allergy medicine over there. And the family that made this person feel important because they got a little degrees, or they got six figures, I don't know. But blessings, sweetheart, blessings. Blessing, Miss Candace, blessings to you, sweetheart. And you tell the your family member or whoever that think that they the king and queen and ain't got no kind of effort or no ambition to be that, but you know you're feeding a delusion. You'll get around them and they'll be like, I'm just giving an example, and I'm just giving names. I told my wife Amber, this is an uncle of yours. I told my wife Amber, you be lying. You ain't gonna show up. And you look at them like, and what Amber supposed to do to me? And why would you lie to Amber? You mean you won't show up on everything? See, they always want you to come in to what they throw. But if you throw a party or you throw something, a special occasion, you can't even get them folks to walk in your door and celebrate you, but they want you to come celebrate them. This is how it does in the family. You go in that family and they'll be like, well, I told Karen, you ain't gonna come. You don't never show up. You tell Karen that. How you doing, baby? The untouchable. Yes, that's what they are. They're like that you can't touch them at all. Like, you know, that you got them family members be like, and they sitting around and they done psyched out there, you know, but a bunch of hypocrites. And these people don't really know their background because nobody won't tell them in the family. Everybody got these low-key family island secrets, because I call these islanders. When they all on one island and they got all these dirty secrets. So you'll get around there and they'll make their wives or their husbands feel like they run the family, they're holding the family together, they more than the other family. I'm smarter than y'all. No, you ain't smarter than me, my lady or my man. And that's what me and my family used to have it at. One of my uncles did that to me. He said, well, I told my wife, you won't never show up. Don't get your wife knocked out, and don't you get knocked out, because first of all, you don't show up to nobody's functions. How you gonna tell her something that you don't even do? Tell me when you and your wife showed up. So, oh, we ain't going there with you, Siobhan. We tired of this. See, they think you're mouthy when you stand up to them. Then you're mouthy. Now, if they can conquer your mouth, now you're too sensitive. What you want me to be, mouthy or too sensitive? I choose I'll be mouthy. And when my family get around me, don't say nothing around her. Don't say, you ain't got to say nothing, because I know every one of y'all for who y'all are. And they know I'll call them out regardless if they attack me or not, because I know how to attack back in a good way, not in a bad way. And then you'll get into these families with these in-laws, and then you will have that man that you with or that woman that you with, and they'll say the same identical thing. I told mama you always don't want to come to the parties. I told mama this. I told mama, listen, get your mama before I get your mama, because your mama know how you are. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. No, they don't. They don't. They don't want nobody to feel like they over them. They don't want nobody to feel like they're superior. They want everybody to play dumb to dumb dumb. I'm not playing dumb because I ain't dumb. I'm the head, not the tail. The only time I be the tail is to a husband. You get what I'm saying? And he'll be my Lord. If y'all and whoever read the word, it'd be like Lord. Right. We calling the Heavenly Father our Lord. But as Abraham, wife Sarah call him, that's his Lord. If you read the word a lot, it'll say when the wife talked to the husband, because we supposed to be submissive, not submissive to demons, not submissive to that unbeliever. Because when we unbelievers, what we submissive to? Darkness. So it's a whole lot of chaos. But when you become healed and you know your rightful place, then you can be submissive, because that man gonna be your safe place. And that man gonna make sure that you are taken care of in all areas, just as well as you got to make sure your husband is taken care of. But nobody got to that point yet. Not many as I've seen. Is because a lot of unhealed people trying to play healed positions. So when they play healed positions and they're not healed, guess what? You gonna get a lot of chaos. Hey, Shay Love, how you doing, sweetheart? Listen, when you say Mob Town, is you talking about New York? Y'all Shay in the house. Y'all say hey to my girl. That's my sis over there too. Miss Candace and Shay, y'all know each other, I think, very well. And no, they don't, Miss Candace, they don't talk about dysfunctional family problems. They brush it all up under the rug, make these people on the outside feel like we are the problem when the problem right in the outside person face. That's why I call them out. I do not allow that. And even when you get in these in-laws, they'll do that. Your spouse or your mate or whatever, they'll say, well, I told mama or I told daddy you don't like to affiliate with the family, because they're sowing discord. And families know their people. I know my family very well. So if somebody say, oh, your family like this, I just shake my head. Yeah, you're right. But how are you? If you came out of a dysfunctional family, what did you bring to the table dysfunctional? Because I brought a lot of dysfunctional things to my table in my marriage. I didn't know what was real and what wasn't right. I knew just in my spirit, this ain't right here. Me and my kid's father, well, he's deceased too. Him and my daughter both is deceased. He died um 2014, and my daughter died 2023. So it's a gap that I didn't have. They lost their father, so it was painful for them. I didn't know because I didn't ever have a dad. So I'm like, I hope they get over it. Not thinking that they will hurt them, but that wasn't me. But when you're dealing with that in the in-laws and you got both of y'all bringing dysfunctional things to the table, nobody's healing. That's why when we get into these dysfunctional relationships, we just stay in a long time because we stayed in our family dysfunctional foolishness for half our lifetime. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of demonic soul attachments from your family, then into your marriages, then into your kids, then into life itself. You get what I'm saying? So that's what you got to heal. So when you walk around this earth and you see the damage that's going on, you already know they're not healed spiritually. They're not healed spiritually. And when a person talk about their flesh all the time, definitely they ain't healed. because they didn't do the work on their hearts. And a lot of people can't do it without being supported. So if you got families that supporting you every time you fall, they're not supporting you because they're trying to see you ahead. They're supporting you so you can be below their control, so they can control you. So I knew you were coming back home like, toxic mothers with grown sons, and the sons don't even want to pay bills. Sons don't even want to be men. And guess what mama do? When he knock on that door, come on back in, because that's my son. No, my son can't come in my house. My other son in prison for 18 years, and my oldest son, me and him already know we live two different lives. So he can't come in here and sow discord and bring all them spirits. And I'm not gonna go in his house because them spirits gonna try to jump on me. So guess what? We go ahead and live in our separate zones. You get what I'm saying? And my son that's in prison, he already know we don't do that negative talk. If you got negative, you even write me negative, I'm not reading it. And he stopped writing me because I'm not reading no negative stuff, because it'll sit in your soul and it'll mess with your mental. And I don't read nothing that's gonna mess with my mental. I don't even, well, I got a new phone now, a new number. I'm not giving that out unless it's about positivity. It's gonna jack me up. Yes, you're used to it. And that's why we can take it into, other relationships. And that's why a lot of people, you see them crying and saying, oh, I can't get over it. I'm in a soul tie. You're in a dysfunctional family soul tie first. Then you take it and you get into other soul ties, but they're familiar spirits, but you're not trying to. My family used to do that. You're not going to tell that to nobody. And we never had a voice to even talk about it. You just go to therapy and they diagnose you physically. But they can't diagnose you spiritually, because there got to be a deliverance from the blood. That's why when Yeshua told those people in the word, they don't need a physician. That's not what's killing them. Like a lot of people get sick from toxic spirits. You don't think them demons ain't gonna come through your skin? You don't think them demons gonna come through this shell? Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Them demons will break through your skin. They will make you have bumps all over your face. They'll make you have anxieties, high blood pressure. They'll make you have sugar. They'll do damage to you. Them demons will do damage to your life because you don't know where to start to heal. You think you're going to heal from a toxic marriage, but then you jump right back into a second marriage, probably, or a second relationship, just as toxic as the first one. You know why? Because those are dysfunctional soul ties that's still following you through the bloodline. And if you don't cut that family dysfunctional tie off, you will never be able to have a good wife. You will never be able to have a good husband, because you're still connected to that dysfunctional family root. You got to root it up. I don't care if mama don't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. I don't care if daddy don't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. I don't care if brother or sister get angry because I'm telling it. I'm going to talk about it because I need to heal. I need to move forward. I'm not mad. All the attacks that my family did on me, and that's another thing that broke me down last night. I was like, wow, when my mother and brother got into so many arguments, he cussed her, she cussed him, they hit below the belt. I ain't never turned on my brother, and I never turned on my mother. I said, listen, I'm going to just tell y'all like this. Y'all need to apologize, repent, and get it over with. They ain't want to hear that word. That was like a gun going off on both of them. And that's what they've been doing for years. And I was sitting there like, man, and he gonna target me. And I just helped him 3 or 4 months ago when him and mom got into it. And I told my mother, I said, you need to apologize. She started screaming and hollering. I was like, wow. But I never went around cutting tires. I never went around spreading names. You know why they got mad? Because I detached. I blocked numbers. I got it in my phone, my old phone. I blocked numbers. I blocked social medias. And toxic people hate when you block them. Toxic people hate when you don't even want to, even engage with them anymore. It don't matter if it's family or not. Satan can use any vessel that's willing to be used and to go out here and torment people, because those people got a track record of nothing but destruction. And for so long, the family been just fulfilling this delusional big old clown in the family circle that nobody is going to put healing down. You can't heal when nobody ain't trying to heal. So you got to cut the cord Take that as they don't want to repent, they don't want to heal, and you got to use that as closure. That's my closure. They don't want to do nothing with me, then guess what? I got to go and heal. Regardless if they attack you or not, you stand up for yourself. Do not sit there and go in no corner and cry. You crying because, well, and when I cry, you broke blood from me. I always say that you're breaking blood from me. So don't let your family make you or manipulate you. And like I said, go to and I looks at him a lot. Jerry Wise, he is real good at what he do. Let me see. Hold on. He is very great at what he do. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but I'd be searching for so much, things and trying to get educated on so much that I can get educated on, but I use it in a spiritual way, not in a physical way, because we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. Y'all know what we're wrestling against: principalities, and them things is ugly. Them demons want to eat, and we can't. No, no, no. That's here we go. If y'all can see him on here, ooh, it's ugly. I got to bring it back. It's Jerry Wise. I'm gonna put it in here. He's a good I mean, I love listening to him because he be hitting real points about dysfunctional families and how to detach and how to, break away. You know what I'm saying? And I did it the hard way. Now I can read everything easy. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, then I read all this. If I only knew the tactics to go easy on this, I had to go it the hard way because of this very hour for generational curse breaking. If you're a generational curse breaker, listen, kudos to you, all muscles to you, because you gonna need it. And don't let it tear you down. Keep moving forward. I don't care how destructive they become. Let them smear your name all over America. You know how you are. You do not have to sit there and be something they're trying to define you to be. You know who you are. If you want to break free, break free. Don't sit in there when you come to function. Oh, you didn't bring the potato salad. You didn't bring the cherry pie that we love. I don't want to do cherry pie tonight. I want to do apple pie. Maybe nobody won't eat it and I can carry it back home and eat it with me some ice cream. You feel me? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Do stuff like that. They used to you making macaroni. Oh, make the macaronis. I don't want to make macaroni. I want to go to the store and buy 10 pounds of potato salad from the store. I don't feel like cooking today. I don't feel like these family functions, which I never had family functions. So when you said family reunions and all that, man, I ain't never had all that stuff. So that's 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 something I wasn't engaging in as a child. I engaged in rocks and stones and everything else that came with dysfunctional families, molestation, abuse, verbally, mentally, physically, fighting, all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, you don't have to stay stuck in it. You don't have to let it overwhelm you. You can heal spiritually. It's going to hurt healing because all them things going to start flashing across your mind. You're going to feel like you in a time machine going back in time, and all that stuff will come back to your remembrance. That's what it's supposed to do. That's why you're supposed to let it come back and you heal from it, because you do not need to sit on it because you got children. You don't want that to pass down through your kids. You don't want your kids to grow up and be on drugs. You don't want your kids to grow up and don't want to be a man or a woman. We are nurturers. Go to Titus 1. If whoever read the word of God, Titus 1, Titus 2 will tell you about the aged woman and the aged man. Older men supposed to be mentors for younger men, boys growing up. I had to go, old men dream dreams, young men see visions. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yes, it is a disease. Yes. Yes, them brothers and uncles and all that. Man, I'm gonna lie. It took me a long while to say the word uncle because I despise that word. That one title, if you ain't no true uncles, because uncles can do more damage to, uncles can be jealous over their sister or their brother kids. And if that demon in them, they will manipulate you, they will torment because a lot of uncles then did a lot of damage to their siblings children, and they be scared because uncles threaten them. Uncles make them feel like, I hate to hurt you. No, you ain't had to hurt me. You got a problem. And I have a problem with uncles. I really do. That is one title. If you say that's my uncle, my mind will start having question marks. What that uncle was about? Did that uncle send you out there to be a whoremonger? Did that uncle put you on alcohol? Did that uncle introduce you to drugs? Did that uncle introduce you to the Cub Hub? And y'all know what the Cub Hub is. We can't say that on here. But did that introduce you to Cub Hub? You know, uncles turn their nieces and nephews out for the worst. They don't turn them out for the good. They turn them out for the worst. They give them all the low vibrational stuff, all the hurt, all the pain. That's why their uncle and them aunts. Well, I didn't have aunts, so I don't know how that feel to be have an aunt in the house. Cause honey, I couldn't do it. Not with no female, cause them they shady too. Them aunts, and I hear a lot of stories with females talking about their aunts. I don't know how that feel, but uncles, I definitely know how them demons feel. That's why I don't do them titles. Take them titles away, and it's sad because they will turn on you. You can uplift them, you can do whatever, but you got to understand if they betray somebody else, they'll betray you. Because Satan is at large right now. So that's why I had to get a new phone, a new iCloud, a new everything. Because I said I'm restarting over. So now I reintroduce myself to the world again. You know what I'm saying? Not through my contacts, not through my personal self. So now that my personal self is cut off, ain't nobody coming through my phone but my son and my grandkids. That's it. And my new phone number, that's it. I'm not having it because everybody got to take their own burdens. If you're codependent, break out of it. If you're enabler, break out of it. Everybody should know what they need to do. Don't I'm gonna go read this, I'm gonna go read that, how to be a man, I'm gonna go away for 6 months, how to be a better husband. If you ain't a better husband now, 6 months ain't gonna do it then. So if you leave out of here and you be gone for 6 months, just know this ain't your residence no more. I'm not coming to see you in no cuckoo bin, in no psychic ward. I ain't coming to see you in no hospital. It's over. So if you walk out there doing telling me you need 6 months to heal, I'm telling you I need you get out here in 60 minutes. That's how you got to do it. 60 minutes, 60 seconds. I don't care how you're gonna do it. Pack it up. You got a time limit. So you got to put fire under their feet because they use all that kind of stuff. Let me go away and heal. You can go away and heal for somebody else to pick you up when you ain't healing for me because I'm over it. See, that's how you got to be. You got to just restart over, reintroduce yourself. I done had 5 or 6 phone numbers from last year. This is my second time this year changing my number. I ain't changing it no more because I got to move right. And sometimes you got to restart till you get it right. Just like if we fall, I go down the stairs. I fell down the stairs the other day and I hurt my knee, and I was just lay on the stairs with my leg up in the air, knee pounding. But guess what? I got right back up, limped a little bit, got it worked out, worked my body out because I do my gym settings, and I did all that. I was like, yes, but the knee's still limping. But guess what? I'm back up. I'm not down, and that's how y'all got to look at pressure or attacks or spiritual attacks. You're down, but you went down. You can stand back up, brush your shoulders off, brush your knees off, brush whatever hurting. If you got to limp a little bit, limp on where you got to limp on, get you some medicine, get you some ointment. I don't care what you do, but take care of yourselves. I got to go, y'all, because it's getting ready to be an hour. My hour up. But take care of yourselves, please. And thank you all that comes on my channel and subscribe with y'all beautiful comments. And I appreciate all the uplifting from my daughter. I really appreciate it, y'all, because I haven't had too much of support team when it came for my daughter. I had to heal in secret. And I'm glad I healed with her in secret. I didn't have a whole lot of people in my ear because when you're vulnerable, a lot of people want to be around too. Because see, they think when you're vulnerable, they can get in. See, I'm gonna get you in, and I know how to kick you out. So I just need y'all to heal. We all can heal together. If y'all know some things I don't know, tell me. I don't mind. Do what you do. I need to learn more too, because I'm a hungry woman when it comes to learning. So if y'all know some things that I don't know everything. I'm learning every day, just like everybody else learning. You know what I'm saying? But I will give you what I know, my experience, not just having knowledge on it. I'm telling you, I've been through the fire, and it wasn't nothing but Christ that helped me overcome it. So, I love each and every one of you so, so much. I'm tired. I put on my lotion and all that for the night, and my skin, like I said, this is some good stuff. Y'all, and what is it? The native body wash, they got that in Girl Scout cookies. Honey, I got the peanut butter. Girl, smell like a Girl Scout cookie up in here. I love smell goods, y'all. So I'm real big when it comes to smell goods. But y'all, I love you all. I really do love you all because I love y'all. I just want people to heal. And I'm tired of females, especially females. We're weak vessels. Now that I'm in my vulnerability, man, being vulnerable. Ooh, when you get hurt, that feeling sucks. Like, ooh, I ain't never been vulnerable until my daughter died. So now that I feel the vulnerability, yo, that stuff burn like, ooh, and then people come in and target you while you on a broken heart. Whew, man, that like that took me out because I was like, oh, that feeling it hurts so bad when your heart is your soul, when your spirit is open, and that heartbreak hit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they want to kick you while you down, and they do that, and that's crazy. Because everybody that was down in my life, I ain't never going nobody life and kick them down while they were down. Even when they hurt me, I would never even till this day. If my enemies hate me so bad for what? Because I tell the truth, then I'm gonna just be a hated female. But I ain't gonna never kick you down just because you hurt me. I still wouldn't kick them down right now, but I watch them because they still on the evil side and they still gonna try to plot and they gonna still try to plan. But I don't care because I know a heavenly Father will shut this whole thing down, and that's the way I keep it. And people are like, you're so optimistic. Yes, I am confident in my Father. He showed up and through my whole life without me even knowing that I was chosen. He showed up, and that's why I say I keep it 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000 over here because y'all souls are more important than anything in this whole entire world. Lose. If somebody said your credit score, honey, my credit score probably 500 right now, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it probably five, everything five right now. But guess what? Am I gonna stop glowing? Am I gonna stop growing because I ain't got everything that I had before? No, I care less. I care about this inside your heart. Because when you're vulnerable, ooh, that thing hurt. That thing pierces like a knife. Like, ooh, it hurts so bad. You heard me. So now that I restarted, I reset now, I'm back to myself. Peace. I don't like texting people that don't text me back. I don't do all that stuff. That stuff don't feel good, especially when you're vulnerable. Low communication. That stuff don't feel good when you're vulnerable. People come in your life tearing you down, stabbing you in the back. That stuff don't feel good when you're vulnerable. And my daughter opened all my vulnerability up when she left me. And now that I know how I feel to be vulnerable, y'all protect your hearts. Put a fence around them. I don't care if people walk out your life left and right. Everybody walked out my life, but guess what? You think I'm gonna stop living? No, I'm gonna heal because those wounds eventually will fade. And when they fade, that's when that toxic person gonna try to come back in your life and gonna try to reopen your wounds. Guess what you tell them? Y'all see them horror movies? You put that X on them. Christ live here. Uh-uh. Try it, demon. That's what you tell them. Christ live here. Gone. Gone. And don't let them stop you from dating. If they didn't want you then, they ain't gonna want you now. I'll tell you this. I'm getting ready to date. Y'all gonna see me out there. Well, Siobhan got a date. I do. I'm dating for data. I'm dating. If a man say, look, not everybody, not every man. I'm tell you that right now. He got to have a bald head. We're gonna leave it alone. But yeah, date. If you're healed, there's nothing wrong with dating. See what they're talking about. See what they. You don't just go out with every random man. Now I'm gonna tell you right now. Get in an open place. I want to date, but I'm kind of scared because people got wrong agendas. So when they start talking to me, I listen. I listen to what they want to say. And a lot of men that approach me here lately, all they're talking about is I got muscles and I, you definitely ain't somebody I want to date. You was the devil in that man's shell, and I'm not dealing with it. And that's how you got to look at it. Just don't be quick to do something. I do not quickly do anything. But I do want to go on, dates. I just want to get the feel of people, and I'm spiritual, so I can hear the foolery. Because I've been here for 5 years. I went 5 years in the paint with Christ. I said, Christ, am I gonna date? Can I get somebody? Because it's hard to date when you got high standards, when you know your worth. When you know your worth, they can't get you any kind of way. And definitely, I know my worth. And I done been through the storm, the ringer. They throw me in the dungeon. They put me in a furnace. They throw me in the lion's den. They put me down there in the sewer with the rats and the roaches and everything. I'm sitting there with big rats looking at them like, what's up? That rat looking at me like, you a human. I am, but they throw me down here with, I guess I'm a rat. I'm a rat. How they say, squeak, 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 squeak. Is that a mouse or a rat? Squeak, 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 squeak. But y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a great night. And if you got children, kiss those babies. Protect those babies at all costs. Protect them. Don't let nobody come in with no ratchet spirit because you got to put them on the other side of your door. And if they want to act up, like I say what I say, y'all, 911 on speed, dog. When they're ready to act up, you just look at them. You don't hit 911 or have your little push button. Yeah. We got so much technology now. Push that button, and when they start acting up, knock, knock, knock. Open that door. Can you get them out of here? Don't ask me no questions. I told you on the phone. Get them out of here. Narcs do not like to go to jail, and don't play with them. I'd rather put them in jail or you put them in. Y'all know where I'm going at. But y'all have a great night, okay? See ya. Kiss the babies, y'all.